to me about your father. What he meant to the sport.
Oh, he was very. I grew up watching him on TV, like many of us has, and I just watched him on TV. I thought it was normal for kids to be watching their fathers on TV. So sometimes we'd see him. Oh, there's Dad, and we might turn the channel. We might continue watching, depending on the fight. But he meant a lot to the sport of boxing, and I still hear it all the time. People come up to me and say, "Oh, I remember sitting with my grandfather. I remember sitting with my father and watching the fights." And his voice it meant so much, and it was a time that we could really get together and share an interest. And so he was a real fixture in the sport of boxing, and I'm very proud of that and proud to follow in his footsteps.
What about when he was announcing a fight? He would sit with you and tell you how the process and what about history of boxing? How was it?
You know what? No, boxing was discussed in our family, and so I grew up talking about history, not necessarily the skills of announcing, a little bit. He talked about the importance of pronunciation, the importance of learning language, the importance of making the spotlight on the fighters. But he was the only announcer I really watched, so I think that's where I got my inspiration and my training. And as his health deteriorated and he could not announce in the ring, I would come home and he would pull out a piece of paper with notes and he'd say, "You did a great job, and these are all the things you did right." And he would just list all the things I did right, and very positive. And then he might say, you may want to try this sometime. Maybe try putting the middle name, or the nickname in the middle of his name, or maybe try mixing this up. It was a very good learning experience for me.
Jimmy, you're one of the guys that when you hear your voice, man, you know there's a fight going on. I mean, you have that voice that represents boxing, and you're a class to boxing. And thank you for your time.
I appreciate you saying that. I'm one of the luckiest men in the world to be associated with the sport, and I'm glad I can add anything to it. Thank you for your work.
Mi nombre es Bersania Báez, estoy apoyando las Águilas y espero que se suscriban al canal de las 5 esquinas.